do this. What was this? Wow, I believe we're live.
Hello.
Okay, yep. So we've got my daughter today to join us for some Puzzle Rush Survival. So let's go ahead and get started. What do you think? Let
Sure.
you handle the first couple here. I only got 30 yesterday.
What?
I know, it's very sad.
That makes no sense.
Okay.
Rook takes H2.
Okay, rook takes h2, and we've got the checkmate. This one's really hard, right? Like really hard.
Rook C1. Rook takes D1. Rook takes E1.
Yeah, so we've got the back row mate. The king's vulnerable. Ooh, these are funny. These are funny ones. You're like, what? Nothing is hanging. What? This is only puzzle 3. It's too hard. But it's not. Do you see it? Do you see the trick?
I looking.
Okay, you're looking for the trick. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. What
This
you
kind of
mean.
stuff never happens in games, but it's...
I don't know what you mean by trick.
Okay, so the trick is this. The king can't move.
Yeah?
All we have to do is check him.
Oh, smothered me.
Yeah, we just smothered made him. Boom. Okay, I think you can get this one. Wow, there's already 6 people here. Welcome.
D1.
Queen takes D1, mate. And we got Daniel. Hey, Kevin. Hit 55 on your first attempt today. Wow, making us look bad over here.
Queen F1 check.
Queen F1 checkmate. Wow, look how few pieces we have. Holy cow.
Queen F6 check.
Okay.
Queen G7 mate.
Yeah, so we're looking at, we've got this pattern where the knight's covering this square, so if we can just weasel our way in there, boom, boom, we can get the mate. Oh, here it is. Here's our favorite.
Yeah.
Queen in your face, mate. What? It's not mate.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll make it mate this way. Okay. What do we think here?
Queen takes B2 checks me.
Okay, and how come the king can't escape?
The knight.
Knight is covering it.
The knight. The knight.
Okay, what are we going to do here?
So Queen F7 checkmate.
Yeah, queen in your face, mate. That's an easy one. Ooh, this is interesting. Look, there's not a lot we can do. We're down to just our 2 pieces.
I knew.
What you got?
Oh.
Oh, it didn't work.
Queen G2. Checkmate.
Yeah, we've got the knight covering the square. We just come in with a mate. No problem. Okay, so no hard ones yet. Oh, okay.
Queen G7 check.
Yeah, still the queen in your face, mate.
Yep.
And this one's a little interesting.
I found it.
Okay.
Rook H8 check.
Yeah, because if we look, our pieces are actually making a cage. The king is caged in, and then we just slam the door on the cage. Boop. Okay, we have to slam the door a lot. We got to keep slamming it. It keeps popping open.
Slam, 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 slam.
Okay.
Queen D1 checkmate.
Yep. Queen D1 checkmate it is. And this one looks a little harder. I actually have to think about this one. Oh no,
I
it's
see
one
it.
of my favorite
I
tricks.
see it.
Okay, what is it? What is it?
Actually, I think I see it.
Okay.
I'm not sure. So it is bishop takes G2. Actually, no. that
Okay.
doesn't work.
Bishop takes 2.
Oh, yay.
Well, what about the queen takes G2?
Yeah, that's why I said.
Yeah,
it
that's
didn't
where
work.
it gets hard. The
Oh,
key,
that thing.
that thing.
Rook takes H2.
Yeah, so the key to this whole
Rook
puzzle
takes
is the
H2.
pin. Therefore, it can't take, and we can just take. Yeah, thinking about making that a part of my next Chessable course. I feel like it's a good theme. Okay, what do we think here? Okay, I see a nice move. I gotta count material though. Yeah, so we're even material. If we're even material,
Okay, I see.
we're out of the immediate mates. What are we going for?
Actually, no.
Okay, what was your idea though?
Queen E5 check.
Queen E5 check.
Then if the queen comes in,
The block.
if the queen comes in,
If the queen comes in, okay.
then we can't move our queen.
True. Then our queen is trapped. So this is probably not the best move. And there's not a lot of moves, right? I like that. You're looking at the forcing check. That makes a lot of sense. I did that too, and I was like, nah. But my mind went to really quickly, like, there's not going to be a checkmate here, but I think I can win material. Okay, how can you win some material?
Bishop takes c3, b takes c3, queen takes c3, check.
Fork. Oh, wait. I thought we were picking him up. But if they go here to block the check, it still works.
Get the knight.
Then we get the knight instead. Okay, we'll take the knight. What do we think here?
Oh, it's a chess.com.
It is. But we can't go right to here, right?
Yeah, I know.
Because they're covering it enough. But we can
never
push him. Yeah, push him back. Yeah, you're right. That's true. The chess.com mate, you always push him back.
Yeah,
You never go right in. Oh, okay. This is kind of easy for number 17. Do you think you see it? What is it? We need to checkmate. Did you say D2 or G2?
I said G.
Okay, I think I said D.
You said E.
I said E? Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Okay?
Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see it.
Okay. What do you see?
So queen G1 check.
Okay.
Rook D1.
Ah,
Then bishop G5.
right. So we check, and then we push the king back, and then we win the piece and actually get mate in the process. Boom. Oh no, they stopped us. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Ooh, this one looks messy. I don't see it instantly, so now I'm looking.
Oh,
Now I'm looking. Boom. You want to take the queen? Ooh. Well, we can take the queen, right? Can't we take the queen?
I see. I want to take the queen.
Well, let's see. Is material even? Yeah, I guess the material's even. Boom, boom.
Rook takes G6. H takes G6. Bishop takes D4.
Okay, this is what I was worried about, and I'm sure it doesn't work. I was wondering, can they go here and, like, just check now? But if they do that, then we just go, cool, we won your rook. Right? Which they're going to do.
That's what they
And then we just go here and block. And cool, we won your rook. Cool, we won your rook. Okay. You see this one? This one's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm not sure I see this one yet. Let's see. Boom.
This is easy.
This is easy, okay.
This is easy. This is easy.
So this is what I was looking at. Is this check? And then I can take this piece, but it's backed up.
No.
So we can't do that. So we check. They go here. We go here. They go here. And then what?
Then we take F2.
We take F2 and we mate them. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I guess there's nothing they can do. I was getting there. You and your fast childhood brain.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying. Why does my brain have to work slower? Okay. If we go here, can they stop it? That's the question.
Actually, wait. No, they can't.
I mean, they can take, and we're up enough material. I think we would be fine. The other question I'm wondering is, do we want to, like, we could do something more immediate, but then they just take us. So I think this is it, right? I think so. I think it's it. There we go. Okay, our beloved queen is in danger.
Buddy.
What?
You said I only had to stay till 12.
Oh yeah. You can go out whenever you want.
Okay.
You're done?
Yes.
All right.
Also, I see it.
Well, okay. What is it?
Actually, no.
I think you see it. I think you're right.
That does work.
Okay. What is it?
It is queen to D3. Check
Uh huh.
it.
Well, it's not quite checkmate, but
Uh-oh.
it will be. Yeah. Good job. Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you for joining us for puzzle time. Okay. So we're gonna go here. Check. Bright Foxy, what is up? You hit 0. Wow, that's a pretty low number. It's a pretty low number. Here. I kind of have to go here. And then we would go right here. So does that work? I think that works. So if we go check with the rook, king moves over. We go here, check. If they push the pawn, we push the rook and win the queen. If they... Yeah, and that's really all they have. Okay. Here, here, and then we win the queen. Yeah, we're still fine. We win the queen. Hooray. What? Interesting. It's so fun when you get like all these scam texts that you never know what's real and what's not anymore in this world. I don't know if you guys are. I just got a text that says like, the DMV deadline is tomorrow to pay outstanding traffic tickets, and you have one. I'm like, I don't think I do. I'm like, no, you do. You should call this number and give us all your information. Oh, boy. All right. So I believe this check works. They do this way. It's the standard trick. If we go here and they go here, which would be the only other move, then we come in here and we end up mating. Yeah, I know. Same here. Eventually something bad is going to happen to me. And it'll be like, we sent you a text. And I'll be like, I know. But how was I supposed to trust it? So, yeah. Oh, I get the fake Easy Pass ones at least 3 a day. That's just my new thing. But I did get one from my insurance company saying, like, we're about to cancel your car insurance because there was some problem and it hasn't been paid. And I was like, yeah, right. And then I decided to just, like, call the car insurance company. They're like, yeah, no, that was a real one. Like, you were about to lose your car insurance. I was like, what? So, sometimes they're real. This world is a topsy-turvy place now. All right. This check blocked. And is there... I guess there's the same idea where this hangs. And if we go here and they move to their only square, we go here... And then they go here, though. And then how does that work? I mean, it has to be right, because, like, what else would it be? But let's go ahead and solve it for real. So, check. King e7. Queen comes down to f7. King goes to d6. And then what? How do we close it out? Can't use any other pieces. They're all busy. Nothing is hanging in our opponent's area, so I don't really know what we're supposed to do. Maybe instead what we do is fork them. So we go queen check, king moves up, we go here forking, but then can't they push that pawn and really wreck me? What I can do actually is after they come here, no, I don't quite see it all the way. Okay, well, that way doesn't work for sure. I guess the other way is just like their king is in terrible danger and there's not an immediate win, but it doesn't need to be an immediate win. I was thinking of making a compilation of those posts on a channel called something like Chess ASMR. A lot of chess viewers have annoying topics of making weird mouth sounds during recording. You don't. I appreciate that. Okay. I'm glad I don't make weird mouth noises. I'm kind of surprised I don't. But okay. Let's see. Here. 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 Yeah, so this looks like it works. We go here, and then it comes together. If I was to make a video of your content, I would just cut out a lot of there, and interesting. Yeah. And then also, you could have me saying something like, that seems like it works, right? Like, you know, because yeah, I do that a lot too. Okay, so queen h4, not there. Queen h4, check. If the king tries to run away, well, then we're invading on f2. And yes, the king might temporarily get away, but I think we can just say that's fine. We're even material. Their king's on the run. We're good. And if we go here and they go g3, then it's just the same pattern for the third time in a row. So I think there's been a malfunction in chess.com. It's just giving me the same puzzle over and over and over. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd love to say that was a weird move by my opponent. And then you're like, uh-huh. And I'm like, and now we move on. And then I look in the engine and then I look in the opening database and they're like, that's the main theory. That was not a weird move. You're a weird move. So, yeah, stuff. This looks like checkmate, though. Yeah, that's checkmate. Okay. Their queen is not hanging. I was thinking I was there. Okay. Question for you all. I am considering, like strongly considering, making a second episode of Chess Journeys a week that is like a bonus episode. It'll only be about 20 minutes. The first episode will be my recap of the Senior Open next week. So that'll be some episodes. It'll be like journal entries. Some will be resource reviews. And some will be like 20-minute clips of kind of like greatest hits from past episodes, since I'm up to 200. I'm curious what you guys think of that. Does that sound interesting to you? Does that sound lame to you? Also, is this just hanging? It looks like it's just hanging. How's that piece not just hanging and I just win? I'm going to go with it is. Okay, cool. And I guess the point is there aren't a lot of escape squares, but there is this one. So we are fine. Okay. So Daniel likes it. Foxy likes it. Okay. I was a little worried that people would be like, these are like, I only listen because of the guest, or I like it to be an hour. My thought here would be like, especially the like the flashback episodes where I'm looking at a guest from the past. I think it could be really interesting to have a shorter form content for someone who's like, I just want the 20 best minutes in your chat with this person. I think that could be really good. It'll be hard for me to figure out what the best 20 minutes are, but I'm thinking it could be pretty interesting. And then also, it might lead you to think like, actually, I want to go listen to that whole episode. I came in later. I didn't hear that one. Okay, so if I go here, then I push, and I take on h7, and the king takes on h7, and then I come in with a queen. The question is, can they block here? And they cannot. Okay, so this works. Okay, there we go. Okay, black to move. What do we got here? We are down an exchange. White has all of the pawns. But we have this queen that is about to queen out. So I think the key is let's just get the queen, and then hopefully we can figure the rest out. Like, I think that's how I would play this game. I'd probably go like knight here. Then if they push, I'm just getting the queen. They push again. And now I'm going to try to double attack the queen. The incoming queen with stuff like this. And somehow I'm going to try to pick that up. Or then go here. I should be able to double attack with all the moves the king has. And if I go here and they try to sort of chase the king around, I can go here to a3 and then end up queening here. So this is a little imprecise. I would rather be more precise, but this doesn't feel like a puzzle that's about absolute precision of like counting out every move. And in a game, I think I would feel that too, especially in endgame where I don't have oodles of time. I think I would have to use my gut there a bit. Okay. We should have an easy one here, right? What do we do here? This is another, like, quite messy puzzle. There's gonna be no way to double attack and pick up the rook because it's backed up. That's a very important thing. Like, just checking, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it does that much. So it seems like this puzzle is about, like, I need to be able to make the second queen. And they need to stop me. They also have this idea, though. Check. I have to move my king somewhere. Here, we trade. And then it's a race now. And their pawn's closer. So I think I have to get my queen away. So that means probably either going here with a check or d7 with a check. Okay. This is good. By naming the squares, it helped me realize it is not white to move. Because I was like, wait, why is d7 here? What is happening? It's black to move, and I already found the move. It's black to move, right? I'm just going here, here, and I'm winning because I'm picking up their queen. It's a trade, and they can't outrace me. Well, there we go. Solved it by trying to figure out what my opponent was going to do. Interesting. Okay. It is black to move. Good to know. So the rook is cutting this off. In fact, every square is cut off. Every single one. The king can't even move. The problem is if I go here, the king can move and can jump back to e2. And then the question is, how do I trap them from there? Almost certainly that is the move. So here, king e2. If I go rook to d2, I still have the move king f1. But then I mate on f2. Okay, so we're just kind of closing the box with the rook and the queen. A very standard pattern. Here... What's material looking like? So I'm actually down a piece. So just finding a way to capture that knight is probably not enough. So probably its queen comes in then. It's a very aggressive move. King goes over to h8. And then what? I can't mate with just a queen. These pieces are, or the rook at least is guarded. What I'm thinking probably I want to do then is after I check and the king moves, can I just take here, chase the knight away, and then after that I have ideas like bringing the rook in, or I could go queen check here, king moves, and then I could bring the bishop into d3, and now I'm threatening that mate on h7, which they can prevent by moving the rook up to f7, but I could just take it. They could prevent it by bringing the queen to the 7th rank. And then I can't really stop. And in fact, then they can bring the queen over and force an exchange of queens. So that's not great. So does that not work either? Nothing seems to quite work. Okay, so another possibility, I don't think this works though, is like take here first, knight moves, probably we'll just say moves there. Rook to g3 check. The king starts getting away. Queen comes in to g6, trying to track down the king, but then can't the king just escape out this hatch? Seems like they can. So I have like 3 viable approaches. None seems to work perfectly. I think I see it now actually. So I think what I'm going to do is go queen g6, king goes over. Queen can check on h5 and do a bit of a windmill situation. Come back and pick this piece up. And then maybe we bring the other piece in. So yeah, I think this is the way to do it. Let me just take this, and now we're in business. Okay, yep, and Daniel saw it. Okay. If I do start making flashback episodes, anyone have any ideas of episodes that they're like, ooh, that's one you have to do? Because I'm not as good at knowing what the best episodes are as you all are, so that's going to be the big weakness for me, I think. Okay, so if we could put a rook on the back rank, we would mate them. and our king can't be checked. So we have a free move. And it looks like this would be the spot. If we went to c7, then they could block it. But from b7, this feels unstoppable. I'm just looking one more time, and yeah, I don't see any way to stop it if I go to b7. I mean, sure, they could give me all their rooks. Doing a survival while watching on 35 now. Ooh, you caught me. Went from 0 to 35 just like that. I'm looking at knight here to set up mate. So if I do go knight here, that would be h5. And they move the pawn, it's mate. What if they go here? Seems like a pretty obvious move. Queen g6. Yeah, I don't think I can get mate that way. Huh. Queen g6, I go knight f6. They move into the corner with king h8. Oh, that does work, because then I take the rook. Yeah, okay, so I guess this works. Yeah, I have to give up the queen to save it. Alright. Yeah, I have a hard time too. So I'm gonna have to do a little research. I have to comb through the archives of what are the best episodes. Okay. I think it's actually here. So if we can go rook a7, rook h7, and we win. That's 2 moves, but we don't get 2 moves. I'm trying to figure out what could they even do in the meantime. They could give up their rook, sure. That's not too worrisome. I suppose what they could do is check on b4, but I think if we just block with the bishop, we're still threatening the same stuff. And the king can't move. So yeah, so this should work just fine. And they have to give up the rook, and we're totally okay with that. Knight h7, 2 threats. Yeah, exactly. Okay. White's to move. If I check on the back rank, the king goes to h7, safe pretty much forever. But if I stop the king from going there, then I win. So let's stop him. That's something I could see myself missing in a game. Something as simple as that. Those are the kinds of oversights I have that are just maddening. Okay, what I'm looking at is there's a million ways to check, and in all of them, the king can go here, and the knight is covering g8, so the queen can't just jump into there. So what do we do? Like if we check with rook d8, king goes to f7, then how do we get mate? I guess we just would go bishop g8 check. The knight would take, then the queen would take, then the king would go to e7, and then we would check on e8 and we would get mate. Okay, so that seems to work. Long, convoluted, but we got there. And it doesn't seem long at all when I play it out. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's not long. But in my mind, it feels so long. Okay. It's kind of a weird one. I can't get to the back rank with my queen. If I just try to check, that is not going to work. King takes on f1. I could do something like queen f4, threatening mate. But they could just move the queen back to the back rank, stopping it. They're up a piece. They've got a passed pawn on a5. Our opponent has a lot going for them. Oh, we need to figure something out pretty quick. So if this pawn moves, queen is falling. It's like if I go here and if the king were to take, then we would win. But the rook would take, or they could just ignore it. Queen takes h2, queen takes e2. I don't see anything. There's no way to check from a diagonal. Okay, so I'm back to rook f1, king takes f1, queen f4 check. King just moves over. We can't even check on c1 because the queen is covering it. So what in the heck is going on here? Oh my. Okay. I guess it must be then queen either f5 or f4 to threaten f1 mate. The biggest problem with that is why can't they even just play h3 and just say, cool, check me. Queen comes to f1 check, king goes to h2, attack is over. So I just feel like nothing quite works. Well, there's some tricks in there. So let's look at the other way first. If, say, queen f4, and then the queen can't go back. That's pretty key. Okay, so if I go queen f4, the queen can't stop it. And if the rook goes back, well, then I just go here and we get the standard. Oh, it's not the standard chess.com mate because that's covering it. So here, check, but we still take there and get the mate. So I guess the question is, if I go here, can they go there? And they go to h3. And I can go check on f1. The king goes to h2. And then I think I have this tricky move of rook f2. If they take, the queen hangs. If they don't take, we have mate. And I don't see another way for them to stop it. So I think this works. I'm a little less confident than I would like to be, but I think it works. So the plan was to go here, then to go... Wait, before we do that, what if we come back to here? Is that... No, that's not going to work. Here. Oh, they can stop it. But in the meantime, they have to lose a piece to do it. What's the best way to take here? Queen or rook? Queen or rook? If we take with the rook, they just lose the rook. If we take with the queen, well, what do we want to be? Rook and queen against queen and knight, or rook against knight? Either way, these pawns actually are still kind of scary, so maybe that's not even the right answer. Maybe there's something in here that I'm missing. So rook takes. Well, I guess if rook takes, we're still like have big time checkmate threats, so we should take that way. Yeah. Okay. And then this we can feel much more comfortable. On the topic of favorite guests or episodes, all of them are generally great, but as someone who listens to most of them, many questions always repeat themselves. Yeah. Therefore, you particularly enjoy just have entertaining backstories or unique insights. We'll think on specific episodes and get back to you. Thanks. I really appreciate it. I feel similarly, right? A lot of it is, similar advice. Not many people have done something that no one else has ever done before. I think it's why somebody like Omar was very popular guest, because he, even though he was low rated, he was just a very interesting person who had a cool story and just seemed like a nice person on top of everything else. Okay, so the two things I'm looking at are like taking here immediately. I think coming in here, queen c7 works best. The question is if they push the pawn, then what? Yeah, maybe that doesn't work. Also, I was looking at this. This is probably the answer. Queen takes b6. This pawn is pinned. The reason I didn't jump on this immediately is because this pawn could push, and then the queen is available. But if they do that, what would we do? Then this angle becomes available. And so we could check there. Then let's say queen blocks. Then what? Oh, also that knight could be hanging in the corner at the end of this. Not sure that's enough. I'm down a lot of material. I don't think this quite works. Taking, pushing. I just don't think that works. This also does not seem to work. I just can't mate with only a queen. Going here is met by a5. So I guess I have to figure out, can I make a5 not work? And I think so. I think if I take here on b6, then this is actually mate. So it's pretty slow for them to try to figure out some way to combat it. Okay. So we're at 41. Queen c7, a5, queen takes b6. Yep, so Daniel's got it. Good job, Daniel. I almost didn't get that one. I almost went another way. White to move. How to do this one? I think it looks like neither pawn push works. We push this pawn, it's gone. We push this pawn, they take this way. Now there's no pawn push. So what I'm looking at is repositioning the queen with something like this. If they were foolish enough to go here, then I would get to push this pawn with tempo and then queen it being backed up. So that will not work for them. If they go here, which I did not think about. Maybe that doesn't work for me. Okay, we'll come back to that. If I take here, they take a queen that does not work. If I take here, they take, I check, they take. That does not seem to work. An idea that does seem to work, though, is checking here. And I don't know, they do any number of things. And then I just push through and I have a pawn. I have a queen. So that seems like it's probably going to be the answer here. And I just... Wow, I have a queen. I got the queen. It just wasn't enough, apparently. That's interesting. So what, oh, what do I do here, then? Push this? Like it's super greedy? Wow. Okay. That seems crazy to me that this doesn't work, though. How does that not work? They take, I take. Oh, I guess the point is I'm down a whole rook. So that doesn't give me that much. Okay, I didn't really realize that. That's a good point. So I didn't look for ultimate greed because I was just happy to get a queen. And I was down so much material, that was not enough. Okie dokie. We're in check. Bishop's annoying. What's the material count? So the material is we're up a rook. A whole rook. No, the whole rook is in our face. We're not up a rook. I don't think we want to trade a queen for two pieces. This just doesn't seem like the spot to do that. We could move over. Then what? They don't have a lot of pieces in this attack, but the queen can join in very quickly. Oh, wow. If I move over, I just hang the queen. Wow, so we have to give up the queen here? So what do we get at the end of this? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So I think the way this works is queen takes, bishop takes, pawn goes here, check, king there, and then what? It just feels like this has to be the way forward. I'm not sure it is. It's not. It's takes, bishop goes here because this is no longer guarding it. It is check. Only move is queen, takes, and now we win a bunch of material. Okay. Wow, that's an interesting one. All right, we got there. Yep, Daniel's got it. I feel like that's one of my main sayings. Daniel's got it. Okay. After this check, lots of stuff is happening. So maybe, I guess if we go here, then they take with the knight on c3, and then it's kind of like, well, now what? So it seems like it has to be take here, check. The problem is when the king moves, this guy's attacking the queen. And so then if we take, they're taking us. We're kind of on the run. And at that point, we're actually... What's the material like? Are we up at knight? No, we're down in exchange. Because we're down a whole rook right now. Check. Goes there. I'm having a hard time seeing another candidate move even. Check. There. There. Check. There. Whew, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything else. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see that the chat is moving, so I'm assuming Daniel has it. But I don't know if he has it. I guess he does. Okay, what about rook here, knight? We have this pin. Can we take advantage of that pin? Doesn't look like we can. All right, I'm gonna go here. I don't see another move. I don't love just taking the rook. I don't have to take the rook because I can take here, and if they take me, then I take the rook. Got it. All right. Well, I just had to get there to see it, I guess. Only move. Take C3. Yep. Yep, Daniel's got it. Nice way to engage with the audience. I suggest every puzzle stream end in a viewer blitz game. Not that I would want to play every time, but I prefer this to you playing in the pool. Yeah, no, I agree. I think playing with viewer is way better than playing in the pool. Totally agree. Okay. King can't move. I think I want to force the king down. Because the king heads over to e3. I don't know. It feels like there's a built-in getaway. Maybe what I want to do no. I was thinking like here, but then this hangs. There's no way to keep these guys together. But what I could do is go here, and then that's mate. So that seems like the answer. So go here. And then there's really nothing they can do. Yeah, so there's no way to stop this mate. Well, there's that. There's that. I think that's fine. I go here, and there's still no way to stop the mate. Okay. 44! Oh, we're getting into heady territory now. King can only move here. So what if I go here? Here. So after h5, they cannot make a new escape square, and they can't cover that square. Boom. 45 in the books. All right, so we can win a piece. Wonderful news. And the material is even. What? So how is this not an awesome move? Take the queen. If they take back, we take... this will hang. Because it'll be here, and then that will hang. So we have to start this way. Does that work though? So we start here. Then they take our queen. Pretty much have to take back. They take back and we get nothing. So if we start by taking the queen, they pretty much have to take back. And then we go here, taking, threatening to take another piece, by the way. And if they were to take here, we could take here. Yeah, this works. But we have to resolve that first. And here we need to take with the rook, with the king, so that the rook can still take the knight. We're still threatening 2 pieces. And boom, that's 46. Okay, what if we were to go here, give up the bishop, move the knight to where? Here? I don't think that works. Might come back to that, but I don't think that works. Well, we're coming back to it because I don't see anything else. Okay. So, knight g6 check. King has to take the bishop. So what are the different squares? So we could go knight e7, winning the queen. So what's the material like? It's 3 minors. Yeah, so we're just down in exchange. So winning a queen is great. So we can go here. Then we go here. No, 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 no. I have that all figured out. I didn't think this worked very well. Because after check, they take. Oh my goodness, I stopped my calculation one too soon. Why do I do that? You're on 45 without any misses, 47. I'm at 46 with 2 misses. That miss was a hard one because I solved it. I got great material advantage. I just misevaluated, I guess. That was a frustrating one. Okay, so this one seems easy. It seems like just take. I guess. Yeah, so takes. We are now up an entire rook. They take back. We do that. I feel like this one's too easy. It's like, okay. And we can't do this to try to sneak a mate in, because that would take us. If we try to sneak the mate in this way, then they sneak out here. So why can't I just take a free piece and be happy with my life? Why must I desire more? Take the rook. I'm tempted to call their bluff and just say, no, I think this is good enough. It's black to move, you foolish fool. Oh, man. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so it is black to move. The puzzle gets a lot harder if it's black to move. Oh, that's funny. Maybe not funny to you, I don't know. Funny to me. My ridiculousness is sometimes funny. Okay. What if we go push the king away? King has to stay in contact. They lose a rook. Then we can go down here. We're protected. King probably wants to keep contact, but probably this way. And then we go check. Yeah, this is actually really complicated. Here, 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 here. Can't take there because of the bishops. I take here first, then takes. Man, this one is hard. Okay. What? No, I was gonna say, what if I take bishop d4 and then all my pieces hang? So we should probably not do that. What if I just take on e3 first? Takes with the king. I don't see myself winning anything there. I think the answer has to be rook d2. And I just can't quite figure it out from there. If we could do this rook, here, here, and then they're no longer in trouble. So this has to be the answer. Well, there you go. That's what happens when you can't fully calculate. I don't blame that on not working hard enough. I blame that on I couldn't figure it out. Okay, I looked at this and I was like, I don't know, this is nothing. So what? So what? It still seems like so what. How's it not so what? I guess we win in exchange. Okay, so the answer was win in exchange, and then you're in good shape. Okay. Well, Fried Foxy got 50 no misses. Nice work. Kevin's helping me out, explaining it's black to move, which I appreciate. I had messed that up. And Daniel said you played at your Club Blitz tournament last night. One of your losses, your opponent made me with 1 second. I promoted to a queen and I got mate. If I promoted to a knight, it would have been check. I win. Wow. Well, that's a wild one. Okay, let's see. Normally, I do like to. We have time for 1 3-2 game. We have time for one quick one. I won't be able to analyze it. I'm really in a hurry today, but you know what? We should try to end all the streams with one quick game. But here we go. We got a game up. Oh, never mind. It's not unrated. Let me redo it. Now it's unrated. Okay, pick the rated one or the unrated one. I don't care. It's up to you. The second one is the unrated. I don't care personally if I lose Blitz rating points. I'm not attached to my Blitz rating. But I do feel bad if I steal tons of points from someone and then turn around and give them to someone else, because I do wild things with my Blitz. Uh-oh. Okay, where'd it go? Okay. There we go. Fried Foxy. Let's bring in the heat. What happened? Okay, it is. I have it open somewhere else. I have too many tabs. Okay. Oh my goodness, I have like 1 million copies of it open over there. Okay. So, did that work? There we go. Okay, I think I closed all my open tabs of chess.com. Alright, so now I have to reorient myself to the game. Yes, we're doing this. Okay, let's go here. Man, my students are always on me about having, you have 1 million tabs open. And I'm like, I know, I love them. I don't know why I like to have so many tabs open. And it's in different instances even of Chrome. I'll do like 4 instances of Chrome up, each with 30 tabs. It's a bit much. It's a bit much, I can admit it. Okay, so we are playing like a Queen's Indian. I'm not great at Queen's Indians. My theory has just been like, I'll pretend like it's a Catalan, because I used to play the Catalan, but I was never that great with the Catalan. Okay. This is usually a pretty good square for the knight in Catalan type setups. Wow, this is a very modest pawn structure by my opponent here. Go here so we can push e4. Okay, might as well push e4. And then probably d5 to try to close off that bishop. Seems reasonable to me, rather than trying to open it up. And I'm not really sure what to do from here. I kind of feel like, okay, my pieces are pretty good. No, my pawns are pretty good. Okay, do I want to go here and stop stuff? Yeah, I guess so. It does leave this hole. Like that. Yeah, immediately Foxy's like, cool, thanks for the hole. I'll jump in. I'm going to come around like this and try to take this hole. And if they go here, you know, then I can start saying maybe that's a weakness. Okay, so they're on this, which makes this hard. So what do I want to do about that? Oh, this is falling now. Okay, unless I move this knight somewhere. I can move the knight here. And then the problem is if they play g6, I'm kind of screwed. So Foxy, if you can hear me, don't play g6, man. That is g6. Yeah, so I don't really know what to do about that. That feels problematic for me. I guess what I'm going to do is come back and defend this pawn some more. I'm on it twice now. Maybe this pawn, maybe the knight now goes like that and says you have a weakness somewhere. Maybe it's even like this and then push the h-pawn. They've given up their dark squared bishop and they've got all these holes here. So with some knights bouncing around in those holes and the queen, maybe I can make something happen there. In fact, f4 also looks good right now. But I've moved my rook away, so I can't defend it. So now I'm like, I might have to do some unwinding here, but maybe it's okay. The position's pretty closed. My opponent's moves look pretty blah. Like, that's fine, but I think I can leave this knight here to guard this. It's not optimal, but their bishop is really bad right now. That's a weird move, unless they're playing f5. So if they are going to play f5 now, do I play f4 now? Then they play f5. Then I go like, ooh, takes, I don't like. What if I play g4? Ah, hangs the knight. Let's not do that. I don't know. I guess f5 is coming. I go here. f5 takes, maybe. Sure, let's try that. That's probably not great. Plus now I can't play the h pawn. I don't love this move. Struggling to figure out what to do though. Something like this doesn't look good. Like, I don't really know where I want this knight. Kind of want this knight like maybe here to bounce into there, but then the king just moves up and that doesn't work super well. But maybe now I can just put my queen here and I don't know, maybe start provoking some weaknesses, but I guess probably the knight would just come back. Okay, so this knight is here. Okay, kind of a weird spot for that knight. I'm gonna go here. Move the knight again. What? What am I doing? Okay, I seem to have lost my mind today. A pretty good game that I feel like I've sufficiently ruined now. What if I go here? And then we're going to go here. Oh, yep, that wins. That wins. It seemed like a very dangerous move to put my queen there, but I went for it anyway. I'm going to put my knight here. With the idea that they can't take with this pawn anyway. And then now, I guess I can't go here. What? What do I do? Oh, I go here. I check there. And then what? Then I go here. And admit I've lost. And go here. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay. We can resign here. All right, good game, Fried Foxy. Well done, my friend. Just looking at the overall graph. Everything is fine in here. Like I'm playing a good game, and then that is not a great. It felt like the right move, but you immediately exposed, why it's not so great. And then just kind of slowly whittled down everything. Also, I don't know what I was doing here. The funny thing is I wanted my rook here anyway, so it's kind of absurd that I didn't just happily move it there. Oh well. Yeah. Computer didn't like a4. I didn't really like a4. Daniel doesn't like a4. What I liked about a4 is it prevents b5, but b5's already prevented. And like this just looks, I don't know, it's like an unfixable hole, right? Why give yourself an unfixable hole like that? I think in a classical game I wouldn't have done that. It's blitz and like a5, a4, sure, and then it's like, that's probably not right. All right, well, I have to run. Thanks for the game, Fried Foxy. Thank you to you all for coming and hanging out today. And I'll see you all next time.